They say that your hair gets old and dried out as you get older. And I never believed it because I don't do anything to my hair. I don't over process it. I don't use hair dyes or any kind of other materials that would dry out the hair. And I found that for the last 6 months that my hair is getting dry. And at first I couldn't figure out why. So I take vitamins and I take minerals, and I never really thought about doing anything to my hair. So this is a video of what I used after doing a lot of research on materials or things that I had around the house. So this is a video of how I did this. And what I'm doing here is I took a half a cup of flaxseed. And since I use whole flaxseed, I like to heat it so that I can kill any arsenic that would be in the hulls of the flaxseed. And flaxseed has a lot of benefits to the hair. So some of the benefits of flaxseed is protein, omega-3 fatty acids, fiber, antioxidants, vitamin E, vitamin B, magnesium, and selenium. So I take flaxseed internally, but I had never thought about using it as a mask for the hair. And what flax seeds do, they will release natural oils, and the results would be a thicker substance that you put on your hair, but it strengthens the hair and makes the hair, it's good for the scalp and makes the hair grow faster. So you just toast the flax seeds just enough. They pop and they sound like popcorn. Actually, you can hear the popping sounds. So when you're done with the flax seed, you just remove it from the heat and you put it in the pot to get ready for the next ingredient. And mix all these together. The next step is to just take a half a cup of white rice. And the best thing that rice will do, it will boost your shine and strengthen the growth. Add 2 cups of water, let it boil for a little, and then add additional 2 cups of water. And with the water, you'll boil it till it turns into a nice thick gel. It's a milky liquid. It turns into a milky liquid, but I mix it with the flax seed to boost and to get other ingredients. Now, the benefits of chia seeds, it promotes hair growth, it boosts the elasticity, and it adds shine to your tired tresses. So chia seed, it also reduces hair loss, and it helps you to maintain long hair, and it prevents dry, frizzy hair. So I found all 3 of these ingredients because these are what I have in my cupboard, and decided to make this and test it out on my hair. So as you can see, as it boils, it starts to thicken. Now, I know there's different methods of doing this. So I did the boil and then added it to my NutriBullet grinder as it cooled off. I did it in sections because this was 4 cups of water and about 1.5 cups of the product. So I ground it in my grinder, my NutriBullet, and then I strained out any of the large pieces of all 3 of the ingredients. And I had to grind this for quite a bit to get, because the flaxseed, of course, is hard. So is the rice was a little softer, but the flaxseed, the shells are still hard. And I chose to do it this way instead of just doing the soaking method, so that I can maximize all of the properties that the herbs will give me. So I didn't want to waste any of the herbs by just doing the soaking method. Now, on hindsight, I just created this again. I decided to grind all of the flaxseed, rice, and chia seeds separately, and then run them through a flour sifter to make a powder form, so that when I boil this powder form, the boiling process is a lot faster. And I just stored that in a mason jar. But this is the process that I did, so that I could make this paste for my hair. And as I said, for the last 6 months, my hair feels very dry, where it's not absorbing any of the moisture. So, after you strain it, you just take out any of the hard pieces and then just repeat the process by putting it in the NutriBullet. And, even though we don't do things to our hair, as we age, our hair absorbs less and less vitamins and minerals as a part of the aging process, and it just is. I wanted to keep my hair long instead of opting to cut it short. So I had to find ways that I would maintain the strength and the vitality and the softness of my hair without having to cut it off. So this is the process that I chose. So there's only a small amount that I had to get rid of to make sure that I didn't have any chunks. I would definitely make sure you don't have any chunks in this process, because those chunks will stick to the hair, and that's a little more difficult to wash out, especially because they are sticky. So I'm hoping at this point that this is going to help. I have tried hot oil treatments, and just a little background. After I had COVID back in 2021, I only had it once. About 2 weeks later, my hair was shedding, and it was shedding so badly that I felt like I had to do something. So I created a tincture so that I could spray on my hair. At this point, I'm adding 3 tablespoons of my own homemade oil that I use. I use this oil from head to toe each day, so that instead of using any kind of chemicals or creams, I use this oil. So I'm adding this oil because I saw in some of the recipes that you do need to add an oil. So I added my own oil for this recipe and just stirred it in. But getting back to the hair loss, so I made a concoction. I found some of the herbs that I keep in my cupboard, and I looked up their medicinal properties, and it worked. So I spray my hair 3 times a week with this. My husband does as well, and a lot of my family members. And we have stopped shedding. Not only have we stopped shedding, but we have a lot of new hair growth. And since I have gray hair, the new hair growth is unruly. So in order to test the smoothness, to make sure there's no debris in there, I just rubbed it on my hands. I've asked my daughter Annalise to come over. She is really good with hair, to apply this to my head.
We are going to be applying the hair mask that we just made to compare before and after to see exactly how it works and kind of like if it brings down the frizz. So here's her hair before, and dryness. So here's her hair before. You can see it's not too dry, but at the ends she has a little bit of dryness. So I'm gonna start off by brushing it. And then I'm going to split the hair. We want to get it all over, so we're going to apply it with a brush. Just do it like I'm doing here.
Especially in the scalp.
So she's especially frizzy around the front edges. So I can't wait to see how it does for that. And how long would you say we were gonna keep it on for?
I'm gonna keep it up for an hour, but you know.
So at this point, we were really nervous. I was nervous, Annalise was nervous, because anytime you try something new, you're not sure how your hair is going to react to it, especially if you've never used anything, and I've never used anything on my hair except for mild shampoo and mild conditioner. And in order to keep moisture in my hair after I wash it, I'll leave it tied in a bun for a long period of time so that it retains the moisture, but that hasn't been working. And like I said earlier, I tried the hot oil treatments and, maintained oil in my hair for several hours before washing it out, and that didn't do anything. My hair still felt really dry, and I was afraid of breakage at this point. But like I said, we're really nervous. We're not sure if this is going to work. This is all brand new. And, we'll see the results together at the end, because I do want to show how it was, throughout the whole process. But these ingredients are the ones that I had available, and I will definitely keep working with this type of formula and trying it more than once. To see if it's going to work.
Now that I've fully put it on her roots, I'm gonna go to the ends now. I'm probably gonna use my hand for that part. So I'm just gonna grab a bunch.
Now that I see how Annalise does it, I'm going to be able to do this by myself. It's going to take some time, but if it works, I will be able to apply this treatment myself. And if it works really well, then I'm going to try it for several weeks in a row to see if it does make a difference, and we'll find out. But let's see if this works. It took a long time. I guess this is what the process is if you're dyeing your hair. She literally took her time to do the roots first and then applied it to all the strands. And this is a long process. So I can't imagine what, people go through to, get their hair dyed. But I guess now I know, because this was a really long process. But we're patient, especially, that I want to be able to keep long, healthy hair. I have to be patient and to find the best method. So let's hope and pray that this works, because if it doesn't, then I'm not going to be able to keep long hair, because dry, frizzy, wavy hair is really difficult to maintain. And to just wear it in a braid and a bun all of the time is not my goal. So I am really hoping this works, to that I can be able to maintain the longer hair. I also want to mention that one of the difficult things for not dyeing the hair is going gray. When you look at yourself in the mirror, you just don't recognize yourself. And, it's very tempting to use hair dye. But since I'm so allergic to the chemicals and anything that's involved in hair dye, I think it's not worth it to risk damaging my scalp just for vanity of hair dye. So I'd rather have hair than not have any hair at all, because of the side effects that it could cause. I'm allergic to coconut, any kind of cocoa, and parabens, and it gives me reactions even to the point where I get the hives. So I think it's worth just getting used to being gray and doing the best that I can on using any home remedies that I can find, and hair care products that I can find that are more natural in ingredients, so that I can remain healthy in my older years. I rather say, I wake up in the morning with no aches and pains. It's a great day. So I can just continue to do all my hobbies and the work that I like to do, and not to worry about the side effects of chemicals and being sick. So it is a difficult challenge in this day and age to do something like that. And I was really unaware of how much hair I had until I had to sit through this process. And this process was speeded up a little bit just to make this video, so that it wouldn't be so boring. So this took a really long time. And my daughter, I have to really hand it to her, because, she's used to doing this. And to me, I would like run out of patience for something like this. So at this point, she's just gonna work it in and then twist it so that she can put saran wrap to heat.
So we've applied all the hair mask. We still have quite a bit left, but we've applied it all. I saturated a lot at the ends and made sure to get on the roots in the front really good also. So now we're going to let the natural heat from her head kind of let the mask set in, and she's going to sit for about an hour, and then we're going to wash it out and see. Are we going to air dry? Yeah. We're going to air dry and see the difference. I'm very surprised that there was absolutely like no shedding. Barely in the brush and none on my hands at all. Usually when I apply something to hair this long, there's usually a handful of hair at least that sheds. So I'm very surprised. I really believe it's because she uses, is her spray that she makes. It's a mixture of these two teas. And she sprays it, what do you do, every day?
Yeah,
A couple times a week she sprays it, and it seems to be working very well. Her hair is growing in very healthy. Yeah, check out our playlist for the hair growth spray. But yeah, now I'm gonna wrap her hair with saran wrap so I can get it out. This is going to hold all her heat in so that it can open up her pores to accept the hair mask. And there we have it.
I washed it, and so far it feels just a tiny bit more coarse than what I'm used to. So I'm not sure if it's the way it's supposed to feel, but we'll know in a few hours when I let my hair dry naturally. Thank you. Here's an update while it's drying, in the process of drying. I still see the same amount of waves that I normally get. It feels like it may be very soft, especially the new hair growth that's coming in from using the spray. So it does feel a little different, but I'm not sure if that's good or bad. But I will keep videoing the process as it's going along. I still see the same amount of waves I usually get. I don't know if it's less frizzy yet until it's all the way dry. So it is nearly 100% dry, and I do feel a difference. And this is my problem area. Yes, it's wavy, but it is a lot less frizzy, a lot less flyaways, a lot less unruliness at the top, and it is incredibly soft and silky. So I'm surprised, because it did have a different feel after washing it out, almost like a coarser type of hair. So I think I'm going to do this often, just to feed the hair. I notice it's been getting drier, but it is really, really soft. Well, this is the final result, and I love it. My hair feels better than it has in months, and I know that I will continue this process. And thank you for watching, and please subscribe for more.